It's been 2,000 miles. So, Wilwood brakes, kind of an update review. Doing my first, well, just did my first pad change. So fresh pads are in there. Here are the old ones. Bulk majority gone. Going to a race, and there's zero chance that that will survive the rest of it. So far, still love this setup. For these pads, the ones I just threw on there, I just called Wilwood and just said I want the exact same thing. Really like the way that these behave in all conditions, and I'm also used to these. That's the biggest thing, is I knew that I'd be basically changing these out, throwing it in the trailer, and going to a race, and I just want to have something that I'm very familiar with. And I still really love these front brakes. In my previous review, I said I don't know if you necessarily need the rear ones, and for 90% of what we do, I still think that's true. That said, I am planning on buying the rear ones because I feel like it does have a little bit more front brake bias than it should. So these are my rears. They're slightly oversized. You know, they work well and stuff like that, but I do really want that extra bit of bite. Basically, when you get on the brakes really hard, it really feels like it really causes the front end to dive. So the front has way more stopping ability than the rear. I want to bring the rear up that same amount, right, that we increased the front by. I want to bring the rear up that same amount because it will help keep the car a little more level as you hammer the brakes. Right now, it just gets really stink buggish, really high in the rear. You know, yes, I know front suspension, all the suspension on a desert car is soft, but it will help a lot in keeping the car a little bit more flat under braking. It's never going to be flat like a sports car, but it'll get a little bit better. There's really nothing pressing to do it. I'd feel pretty confident just continuing to run it like this. I feel perfectly good about it. It's just half of it is, a third of it's my OCD of just wanting them to match. A third of it is, you know, I'm curious what it's like, and a third of it is I'd love to have the extra performance. So overall though, 10 out of 10, still recommend these things. Still love them. You know, I definitely think that it is one of the best upgrades you could ever do to your X3 because, as we all know, the brakes on them suck. So do yourself a favor, snatch up a pair of these, at least get yourself some fronts. And if you're not going to be racing, I would just get the really pretty red ones or black ones. So see you guys next time.